Hi, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's podcast. I'm Buddhyappa, and today I'm going to deliver my findings on the analysis for business strategy and strategic execution for the John Keells Holdings PLC based on the financial year report 25 to 26. So, John Keells Holdings is the largest conglomerate in Sri Lanka with regards to the listings and also one of the most reputable organizations in the country with over 156 50 years of history. John Keys Holding has successfully evolved by adapting to various market conditions and investing in those sectors which promise future growth and profitability. The group today operates across seven key industry sectors. These are the transportation sector, consumer food sector, retail, leisure, property, financial services, information technology, and plantation services sectors. The group has developed its market leadership through its brand names like Keells Supermarkets, Elephant House, Cinnamon Hotels and Resorts, and lately with its collaboration with BYD electric vehicles. What makes John Keells interesting when viewed from a strategic management perspective is that it doesn't depend on any single business but rather has diversified into different industries. The group has had excellent performance during the fiscal year 2025-26, where major projects such as the City of Dreams Integrated Resort and the West Container Terminal transitioned from development to commercialization phases and contributed greatly to profit and revenues. The above example clearly shows that through investing strategically in the future, companies can build competitive advantage and shareholders' values. In this podcast, I'm going to analyze the way in which John Case creates and implements its strategy by utilizing various business strategy concepts, including vision and mission analysis, pestle analysis, SWOT, VRIO analysis, Porter's five forces, Porter's generic strategies, corporate diversification, leadership, organization culture, and financial performance. Now let us look at the strategic foundation of John Keells Holdings by analyzing its vision and strategic direction. Vision of the company is to empower the nation for tomorrow. It demonstrates the vision of JKH in creating long-term economic, social and environmental value and making contributions to the sustainable development of the country. Mission of the company is to create sustainable value for shareholders, customers, employees, and society by exercising the following leadership, innovation, and responsible business practices. Thus, the focus on various stakeholders, innovation, good business practices, and strong leadership can be seen in the mission statement. Strategic priorities of the firm have been identified in the annual report, which include sustainable value creation, diversification of portfolio, capital management, digital transformation, operational excellence, sustainability, and customer centricity. It shows that the company focuses on sustainable growth. Based on the generic competitive strategy of Porter, JKH follows the differentiation strategy. Unlike others who compete on price, the company differentiates itself through its premium brand, innovation, excellent customer experience, and operational efficiency. This is supplemented by the diversified business portfolio of JKH. After discussing the direction of strategic planning of the company, it is important to examine the external business environment of the company based on pest analysis. As far as the political environment goes, the government policies, taxes, laws of foreign trade, and policies related to tourism greatly affect the work of JKH. Thus, the establishing strong regulatory regulations is extremely important. In terms of economy, there were some signs of revival of the Sri Lankan economy. There was a positive trend of growth of GDP and decrease in inflation. At the same time, the exchange rates, interest rates, and general economic situation affect the work of the company. Nevertheless, diversification allows avoiding such risks. The social environment has many elements such as the changes in the lifestyle of people, urbanization, and tourism growth. Thus, it brings new opportunities for the group. Technology plays a great role in the development of JKH's strategy. The company constantly develops its digital platform, data analytics, and automation. Environmental sustainability is one of the major priorities of the company. In conclusion, based on the pestle analysis, we can say that despite operating in a volatile business environment, the proactive risk management approach followed by the company ensures success in sustaining competitiveness. Having assessed the external environment of the John Keells Holdings, it is now time to conduct the internal environment assessment using the SWOT analysis tool. Speaking about the strengths, the most important strength of the company lies in the fact that JKH is the biggest listed company in Sri Lanka. Besides having diversified business across 7 industries, the company is able to minimize risks while strong brand reputation and experienced managers guarantee the company's hard leadership. However, along with all the strengths I mentioned above, JKH also possesses certain weaknesses. First, such large projects as the City of Dreams, Sri Lanka, and the West Container Terminal consume a lot of money. Among the opportunities, one can name economic recovery, development of tourism, the process of digitalization, and growth of market of electric vehicles. The threats faced by JKH include such factors as inflation, currency fluctuations, tough competition, and tightening environmental regulations. The next step to use VRIO approach in order to determine if JKH's resources are valuable, rate, inimitable, and organized. First, the John Keells brand fits all 4 criteria. Having been developed during more than 150 years of the firm's history, the positive brand reputation builds up customer trust and creates customer loyalty, which is not easy to be replicated by competitors. Secondly, the diversified business portfolio is the unique strategic resource of JKH, which minimizes risks and creates synergies across various industries. Thirdly, the second financial position allows the firm to invest in major projects and implement its development plans. The company also makes use of data analytics and digital technology to improve decision making, optimize operations. Fourth, the wide distribution and logistics network of JKH, especially in retailing and consumer food products industries, is also the valuable capability of the firm, which is difficult to be replicated by its rivals. Thus, using VRIO framework, we conclude that JKH has valuable, rare, and inimitable resources which are well organized and create the sustainable competitive advantage for the company in the Sri Lankan market. Having assessed the internal capabilities of JKH, let's now look at how competitive the industry is according to POTS 5 forces. Firstly, competition in the industry is high because there is a high level of competition from many established firms, both domestic and foreign, in retail, tourism, logistics, and other areas. Secondly, the buyer power is moderate since there are numerous options available for the buyers. The third factor of supply power is also moderate since although there are several specialized suppliers, JKH has enough power to negotiate favorable deals due to its size and strong position in the market. Fourthly, the entry barriers are quite high, which is a result of the high capital investment, regulations, and the need to have an excellent reputation to compete with JKH in its key industries. The fifth factor of substitute threat is moderate, which makes the constant differentiation through innovation, quality, and customer satisfaction important for the company. Now let us analyze the competitive strategy followed by John Keells Holdings using generic competitive strategies by Michael Porter. From the annual report, it is clear that the differentiation strategy is the major one used by JKH. Instead of focusing on offering its products and services at low cost, the company emphasizes quality, innovation, and good customer experience. It can be seen in many areas of operations of the company. For instance, the Cinnamon Hotels and Resorts differentiate itself by providing premium hotel experience, whereas the Keells supermarket emphasize quality, convenience, and modern approach to retail. Another illustration of such competitive approach can be seen in JKH collaboration with BYD to enter the growing market of electric vehicles. Moreover, the City of Dreams, Sri Lanka is an example of integration of various services like hotels, leisure, entertainment, and shopping into one luxury resort. Finally, JKH continues making investment in digital transformation and data analytics. To conclude, JKH competes through innovation, premium positioning, and operational efficiency instead of cost. In addition to its business level strategy, the corporate level strategy that John Keells Holdings uses is that of related diversification. Unlike the former one, which is confined to one industry, JKH involved in various industries such as transportation, consumer foods, retail, leisure property, financial services, and information technology. While these businesses function separately from each other, they gain a lot of from their ability to share resources and from good governance and strategic leadership. There are two benefits that can be identified when talking about diversification. Firstly, diversification is useful because it decreases business risks due to balancing performance in different industries. Secondly, it allows creating operational synergies due to sharing technology, knowledge, and management skills within various businesses. Over the financial year, JKH kept working on such strategic projects as the City of Dreams Sri Lanka West Container Terminal, partnership with BYD, and digitalization projects. In addition, JKH used an asset-light approach and sold non-core assets while still keeping management rights. The best strategy would fail in the absence of the right people and organizational capabilities. Hence, we look at the how John Keells implements its strategy using people, leadership, and organization culture. JKH takes great interest in employee development in terms of training, leadership, developer, and talent management. Digital transformation and data analytics are used in JKH to improve its organizational capabilities. And also, leadership in JKH is essential since the board of directors and senior management encourage ethical leadership, accountability, and good corporate governance. In all, people, leadership, and organizational culture of JKH give it the capabilities to implement its long term business strategy. Now that we have analyzed the strategy employed by JKH, it's time to analyze whether these strategies have resulted in good organizational performance. According to the annual report for 2025-26, John Keells Holdings has shown excellent financial performance. The group has managed to achieve a revenue of 572 billion rupees, which is a 61% more than what it was in previous year. This is mainly because of the great performance of the retail, transportation and leisure sectors, along with the significant investments of City of Dreams Sri Lanka and West Container Terminal. Furthermore, recurring EBITDA has grown by 71% and recurring profit before tax and profit after tax have grown by 143 percentage and 216 percentage respectively. The return on capital employed has increased from 5.1% to 9%. All this show that the long-term investment strategy of JKH has been successful. The strategic investments of company have started paying off, helping in strengthening the shareholder value and business growth. To conclude, John Keel Holdings PLC is an excellent example of how effective strategic management can drive long-term organizational success. Throughout this presentation and podcast, we analyzed the company's strategy using several business strategy frameworks and found that JKH has built a strong competitive position through a clear strategic vision, business diversification, innovation, effective leadership, and sound corporate governance. Overall, John Keells Holdings is a strong example of how a diversified organization can successfully formulate and implement business strategies to achieve sustainable competitive advantage and long-term shareholder value. Thank you very much for your attention, and I hope this podcast has provided a better understanding of how business strategy concepts are applied in practice through the case of John Keells Holdings PLC.